Hey, people, welcome to season 2 of Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show. We made it, y'all. We made it to season 2. So thank you. Thank you. We have a lot more in store for you. Tonight I am going to be doing one of my passions is my cooking show. So tonight on my cooking show, Stir It Up, I am going to be making fried chicken and homemade mashed potatoes. Homemade fried chicken and mashed potatoes from scratch for y'all. So this is my recipe and what I love. I have a passion for drag. I have a passion for cooking, sewing, and being on the stage. But tonight I'm going to just show you how I make myself a fabulous dinner. Tonight I'm making suicide chicken, y'all. I'm adding scotch peppers and soy sauce and all of the seasonings to it, and I'm going to season it really well for y'all because y'all know we like seasoned food that has a real good flavor to it. Makes you hungry, makes you want to eat. Every now and then I splurge on the spices. And tonight we're going to have homemade mashed potatoes that I didn't peel all the peels off of, because my mother used to always never peel the whole potato. She would just peel some of this peeling off of it and leave most of it on there. It's delicious, delicious. So I'm going to make that for y'all tonight. So I have my chicken here. I've already started a little bit with my scotch peppers and my soy sauce because I wanted it to soak a little bit. Now, we're going to get a little bit more soy sauce in there. Y'all. Can y'all see that? Okay. Done here. Let's get y'all into this kitchen with me. Let's get y'all into this kitchen. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna put a little bit more soy sauce in here. A little bit, not too much, because soy sauce is potent. Now we're gonna start our seasonings. We're gonna take a little bit of poultry seasoning. Okay. A little bit of cayenne pepper. Okay. A little lemon pepper. Y'all see that? We're going to put a little bit of turmeric powder. Turmeric powder is good for inflammation. Gets rid of inflammation. I use it a lot. And then we're going to use our Cajun spice. Our Cajun spice. We're going to season that up real good, y'all. And then I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper here for y'all. You got to get that black pepper in there. Okay. Now, y'all see that? Okay. Now we're gonna mix this up. I got my scotch peppers, everything up in there, y'all. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay. Y'all see that? Okay, now we're gonna put this in the fridge while I make my wash. While I make my I get the chicken, the flour and everything ready for cooking of the chicken, y'all. The chicken! I used to love that woman. What was her name? Miss Julia Childs. You have to take the chicken. I love that woman. She was so funny. The first lady of cooking and in the kitchen on television. She was fabulous. We loved us some Miss Julia Childs. We're gonna get us some oil going here. Get us some hot oil going. I think that's enough. We don't need too much. Gonna get our hot oil going. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our we're gonna get an egg wash going here. The egg wash in. put it in here. Put our flour in there. Okay, y'all, so we're going to make a little egg wash real quick. So we're going to take, because I only have a few pieces of chicken, I'm only going to use one egg. I'm going to use one egg. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of cream with that one egg. Because I only have a few pieces of chicken. So, I'm not going to put any salt or pepper in this because I season my meat really well. We might need another egg. Let's get another egg just to make sure. So if you're just joining us, I'm making homemade fried chicken and homemade mashed potatoes. I'm making my egg wash now. Okay, so then we're gonna take old school, y'all. This is old school. My mother used to put everything in a brown paper bag. But since I don't have a brown paper bag for the flour, I'm going to use an old no-frills bag here. I'm going to put some flour in this. All-purpose flour. Just a little bit. You don't need too much. When you live alone, you can't be wasting food. So I've got my flour here, and I've got my my egg wash for my chicken. Okay, let's check on those potatoes. Let's check on those mashed potatoes. Oh, they're coming along good. Y'all see that? They're coming along pretty good. So they should be done in about another 10 minutes. 10-15 minutes, those potatoes should be done. Now, we're going to take let's get this going. It's not good yet. I know how hot the oil is just from putting my hand over it. I can tell if it's ready to go. So here I am making my wash for my chicken. Okay? I've got that going. Now, we're going to go ahead and take our chicken out. It's been marinating for about 5 minutes. Ready to go. Seasoned up really well. These are just chicken legs. Just chicken legs, about 2, 4, 6 chicken legs. That's for dinner and for lunch. Dinner tonight and lunch tomorrow. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and roll our chicken in there. Okay. Then we're going to put it in the flour. Okay. Do the same thing with another one. Drop it in the flour. Yeah, there you go. Same thing. See that? You just dip it in there, in your egg wash. Put it in your flour. And then I'm going to show you what to do with this afterwards, what's left in the pan there. because we're not going to throw that away. Now, we've got all our chicken legs in our bag. Okay. Now we're going to take our chicken legs and we're just going to shake them up. And we're going to fry these up. Not too high. Not too low because we don't want them soaking up the oil either. Okay, y'all see those? Let me get a plate and put them on for you. Y'all see those? These are going to be delicious. Okay, let's get these going. Oh yeah, grease is hot enough. Don't crowd the pan too much. These should be just perfect. This amount should be perfect to fill the skillet. Yep. See that? Okay. Okay. Now we got our chicken frying. We've got our taters cooking. Alrighty. I'm getting ready for my I want to make a little bit of a gravy at the end after the chicken is done. I want to make a little bit of gravy to go over the mashed potatoes for y'all. Okay. Hold on 1 minute. I'm coming. If you're just joining us, you are here on the Stephanie Stevens Cooking Show, Stir It Up. And tonight we are making homemade mashed potatoes and homemade fried chicken with a homemade gravy. Okay? I'm just cutting up this onion here for our gravy to go over the fries. To go over the mashed potatoes. Onion is amazing with gravy. It's amazing with gravy. Okay. Now let's turn this chicken over. Okay, so if you're just joining us, I'm making homemade fried chicken and mashed potatoes with gravy. Okay? Now, check our potatoes. Oh yeah, they're doing good. Let's test them. Oh, almost done. Almost done. Another 5 minutes and it'll be ready. Now we're going to let our fried chicken cook. And then we're going to have some gravy. If you like gravy over your fried chicken as well, we're going to put some gravy over your fried chicken, or you can just have it fried just the way you want it. Okay? But right now we're going to finish frying it. Then we're going to make our mashed potatoes. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just cleaning up a bit these bowls because I need this bowl here to finish off my taters. To finish off my mashed potatoes. Put that over there. Look at that, y'all. Look how crispy that chicken looks. Okay. Let's let that finish cooking. I'm going to put a top over it so it can cook in the middle. Alrighty. So now we have our onions here. We're going to use those for our gravy. Okay. Let me check these taters. Just checking them, making sure that they're good and done. We'll give them another 5 minutes, those taters. We'll give them another 5 minutes. I think they're done, but we'll need at least another 5 minutes just to make sure that those potatoes are cooked good and done. Okay? So, thank you guys so much for supporting Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Cooking Show. Stir it up. I'm blessed that so many of you are watching. You know, I tried to make this as perfect as possible, and then a few of the celebrities told me, don't make it perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Just create the content and just do it. When you get to Hollywood, they'll do all the decorations. Okay. All right. So I'm going to finish off my taters here. My mashed potatoes here. Let's just check this chicken. Oh, look at that, y'all. See, I like to see when food is made natural. You see the skin, you see everything, all the love you put into it. Y'all see that? It makes a difference when you put the lid over the top. It makes a big difference. Because it cooks the chicken inside and stores the moisture. Keeps the chicken nice and moist inside. So we're going to put that back over there. Just for another minute. We're going to turn those potatoes off because they are ready. So we're going to get that going. Okay. So now that we have our potatoes out, okay, I think our chicken is done. Okay, so we can take that out. Turn this down. Alrighty. So now that we have our fried chicken out, let me just show it to you. Okay. Now what we're going to do is this. We're going to take a little bit of this oil out of this pan. I'm going to take a little bit of this oil out of this pan. Okay. Now, we're going to leave that in the pan. And the drippings and everything in there. Now, we have that on low. What we're going to do now is throw our onions in there. Okay. Alrighty. Now I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Okay, and just a little bit of Cajun seasoning. Just a little bit. Just to give the onions a little bit of a seasoning. Okay. Okay. So we're going to let those wilt down. Just a little bit. We're going to let those wilt down. And then I'm going to add a little bit of flour. Usually my mother would take the flour and make the roux first, but I am going to just put the flour in with the onions. I don't want it too brown. I want it like a light brown for the potatoes. Now while our mashed potatoes are there, we're going to take sour cream and butter. Sour cream and butter. You're going to cut off a hunk of butter. About that much. Make sure there's no paper on the butter. About that much butter. Maybe a little bit more. Because you want the butter, you want the potatoes to have an amazing flavor. So, okay. So about that much butter for that much potatoes, okay? Now, let's stir these around. These are almost done wilting. We don't want them to burn. So now we're going to take 2 teaspoons of flour. And we're going to put that in there. 1. That is enough flour for that. Okay. Now you see, I could stew this chicken over this and it still would be just as good. So you just mix this up like this. Don't put any water in it yet. Just enough oil in there for this to make a roux. You don't have the stove too high. My mother really never liked cooking anything on high. She took her time cooking, even if she had spent all day at work. So now we have our mashed potatoes with our butter. Now we're going to take a little bit of sour cream. Sour cream here. We're going to take a little bit of sour cream and put in these potatoes. About 1.5 teaspoons. I think that'll be good. Sorry for the banging, y'all. This is real life. life TV, y'all. Okay, so now that we have that done, we have our sour cream and our butter in our potatoes. Let's get this here. You see, this is turning nice, and the onions are caramelizing really well. This is turning nice and brown. You don't want a blank looking sauce for your potatoes and stuff. You want it to have a nice color to it. So now we're going to put black pepper in our taters. Okay. We're going to put a little salt in those taters. Alright. Now that we've gotten that and that, now we're going to put a little cream, light cream. About that much. Quarter of a cup is good. Okay, let's keep this going. Look at this, y'all. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this fried chicken right in here and stew it up for y'all. Because I think that would be delicious over the mashed potatoes. Okay, y'all seen me made fried chicken forever. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to first go ahead and you remember what was left over in that pan that I had when I first did the chicken? I'm going to add a little water of that gravy to this. With those scotch peppers in there and everything. Now, let's let this get going a good bit. You see that? Look how nice and brown that is. It's not white looking. The gravy is, now we're going to let this thicken. We're going to give it a minute or so to start thickening. And then we're going to put our chicken in there. Okay? If you're just joining us, you're here on Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens cooking show called Stir It Up, y'all. Homemade everything. All right, so I want to also show you guys something that I did last night. But let me get these taters here mashed up first. Let me get these taters here. Let me get those taters mashed up. You remember I left some of the skin on the potatoes. See how that's turning out? Delicious. This is going to be my dinner tonight and tomorrow. Oh, this is going to be very good. All right, y'all. So now that my mashed potatoes are nice, they're very creamy. You see my sauce here. Okay. Let's get this chicken into this gravy. Look at that. See that, how it thickened up? Y'all see that? And you didn't have to fry it first. You see? And I put it in with the onion. So now we're going to put the chicken in with that. Okay? Just going to take our chicken, put that right in there. This is homemade. I'm from Orlando, so we made it. My mother made everything Southern style because she wanted us to be full. She didn't want to come cooking in the kitchen every 5 seconds, even though she was a chef. She wanted us to be full. All right, y'all. So now that I have that on the stove, We're going to put a little bit more of the juice into it. Not too much because you don't want this to spill over. Just enough. Now we're going to turn the stove down to a little bit lower. And we're going to let that just steam and cook for about a couple of minutes. About 10 minutes. We're going to let it cook. While I finish off these taters. Y'all see those? You see, when you make food with love, people love that kind of stuff. You've got to make the food with love. Now, okay. Now let me just get this going here and here. We'll use this plate. Now, because I want you guys to see how I did everything. Okay. Now, we'll take this away. Alrighty. So now that we are done with our homemade dinner tonight, we were gonna make fried chicken, and then I ended up because the gravy just looks so delicious. I thought I'd just stew the chicken in the gravy because it's more filling, more comfort food, and it's delicious. So, and it's filling. So, y'all see that? Let's turn this chicken over. Let's just cover it a little bit with this gravy. Or, you know, most people, they call it a roux. They call it a roux. Y'all see that? Not RuPaul, a roux. And just cover that chicken up in there. Like that. So it can soak it up. I'm going to do a little taste test for y'all. But I'm going to show, while this is cooking, I'm going to show y'all something that I made last night. While that is cooking. Alright, I made homemade sweet potato pies last night in the house. I made homemade sweet potato pies from scratch. So there's a cooking show and a recipe on my pages, so check that out. Follow me if you want the recipe. You see how light this is? It's not too heavy. I learned a lot of secrets watching you guys cooking shows, some of the stuff that my mother didn't do and I didn't do, and you know, I'm learning how to cook for myself. When you're on a budget and you're a diva on a dime, you got to cook good on a budget, and you got to stick to it, and I do. So I made a homemade sweet potato pie, so we're gonna have a taste of that too for y'all right here. So let me clean up some of this flour. I don't like mess. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So remember that we have lots and lots of content coming for you. I'm also reaching out to people. If you have cooking shows, any kind of shows, and you'd like to Zoom with me, or you want to come in and Zoom and use me for some of your content, I'm cool with that. Also, I'm looking for interesting conversations for the Stephanie Stevens Talk Show. So reach out. Now, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Homemade. Let's let it stew a little bit more. We're gonna get our potatoes in a nice bowl. Because we want this to be delicious. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a big gob of these potatoes right in the center here. Not too much. I'm not really hungry today. Okay, y'all see that? Homemade mashed potatoes with part of the peeling still on them. Okay, delicious. Now let's check out our chicken. We want to get us a little bit of parsley because you want the presentation to look good too. Because food has to have a presentation to it. So let's put that there. A little bit of that. A little bit of parsley on there just to give it a little decor. Y'all. Now, look at that. Look at that, y'all. Homemade stewed chicken in a nice roux. This is what you want. You see that? Look at that. This is comfort food. Comfort food. I love watching Chef Carmen and Chef Darius. You guys have taught me a lot. I mean, my mother taught me a lot, but she's been passed away for many, many years, and I miss her, and I think about her all the time. So we're gonna put, look at this here, that chicken right on that. Look at that. I'm gonna eat 2 tonight, so we'll put 2 on there. And then put a little bit of that roux or gravy right over it. Y'all see that? Look at that. Stewed chicken and homemade mashed potatoes by Stephanie Stevens right here on Stir It Up. And thank you guys so much. Enjoy yourselves. I'm going to taste a little bit of this. We're going to turn that off. We're going to cover this up. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Homemade stewed chicken and mashed potatoes. Let's taste them. Let's do a taste test. Everybody does a taste test. So let's get this. So, okay. So now we've gotten that. Let's taste these taters first. I'm something else. I am something else. I told y'all, dinner and drag. Have my own restaurant. I'll make the menu and be the headliner in my show. Dinner and drag. Come eat with me. Stir it up, y'all, right here in Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Cooking Show. Oh, God. That's good. Now, let's break open this chicken. Oh. Let me try this chicken. Oh. Tender and delicious. Tender and delicious. Oh, it's so spicy. What can I say? Delicious. I hope you guys have enjoyed my cooking show tonight. I was making fried chicken. I ended up stewing it over homemade mashed potatoes. Delicious. With a gravy. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Make yourself some. Make yourself some. Now, I want to show you guys, last night I made homemade sweet potato pie. I made that last night. I'm going to show y'all. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to cut off a slice and test that because I haven't tested it yet. I made them last night. Okay. Let's see if we can get these. Y'all see that? I made that. I made that, y'all. Sweet potato pie. Let's test it. I haven't tested it out yet. Let me test it out for y'all. Look at that. And it's cooked under the bottom, as you can see. Because I know how some chefs are. That's good. Nice. Not too heavy. Oh. Delicious. Delicious. Thank you guys for joining me here on Pronoun TV and my cooking show tonight, Stir It Up. I'm Stephanie Stevens. Have a blessed week, everybody. And until next time, my friends, just keep being fabulous. Make something nice for yourselves. And thank you for watching.